Well, we're here hiding behind an ambulance, which is not a bad omen for anybody, I hope. It's just that it's a rather cool and windy day at Burleigh, so we're just taking a bit of shelter. And Bill Ovett has just finished his test on Hippolyte. How did it go, Bill? You say you were a little bit disappointed. I thought it looked lovely.
Yeah, there's some lovely moments, and he's a lovely looking horse, you know, so he's, you know, some of the movements are nice and others he got tense. So that I came out a little frustrated because, you know, we did 10 holts outside and they were all lovely and square and still, and then, you know, so, you know, and then he went in the ring and first halt, which is very important, you know, because it sets the tone for the test, and stuck his right leg out. So, yeah, just frustrating, but, you know, he's a very good jumper and a very good cross-country horse, so that will, you know, all that adrenaline and blood will help on Saturday and Sunday, hopefully. So, and if you can finish on that, you'll be in a competitive position. You're not probably going to win Burleigh, but you're going to run you can run a good place. But I mean, to get the time round here on Saturday, I think that will be hard.
So what do you think of the course overall?
I think it's a big course, but it always is. I think the ground is always very physically demanding on a horse. You know, the dimensions are big, so. But I think it's in some ways they've made it a little softer in terms of what the horse has to do. It's quite obvious what the horse has to do. It's just getting them there in the right, you know, in the right sort of with the right speed on the right stride. You know, in isolation. You know, one individual. All those fences are very fair, but it's just when you put them all together and then have to try and stay up on your minute markers and that sort of stuff that becomes hard. Yeah.
And then follow that up on show jumping day with a horse that's feeling good as well.
Feeling good and feeling fit, and but you know it's a great, you know, when you sort of turn up here or at these events, that, you know, makes a lot of the days at smaller events and things worthwhile, because has got that, you have that expectancy and that sense of occasion. It's just, you know, it's very exciting to compete at these events. Yeah.
And how's your other horse, One Too Many NJ? How's he going?
Yeah, he's, you know, he picked up an injury, as everyone knows, in the lead up to Greenwich, and he's back walking, and, you know, he's walking an hour now. So he's, he's just going to be brought back steadily. He's only 10, so it's no rush, and you know, he'll be back. Probably just do smaller competitions next year, and I'll do something decent at the back end of next year, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do something in the spring, but I just feel he's young, and there's no point. Yeah, plenty of time, no point to rush him.
Yeah. And you were telling me before you've got a few nice young ones coming up too. Some are going to Blenheim next weekend.
Yeah, I've got some in the 8 and 9-year-old CIC 3-star at Blenheim next week, and they're lovely horses. 2 really nice horses that I think a lot of them have potential to go on to these sort of competitions. And I'd have another couple at home that, other than those 2, that, you know, next year or the year after will be thereabouts as well. But, you know, it's great to have a few, because, you know, otherwise you're on the sideline if one picks up an injury. So yeah.
And it has been a bad few months for the Australians with horses
Yes.
going off. So hopefully, you know, if we can have teams with lots of horses coming through, that's very good.
Yeah. It's always a bit of a. There's a lot of hype around the Olympics, and there's you know, and you know, it always seems that Australia leave it till the last to name the teams. Or, you know, a lot of us riders would prefer they try and name them earlier and list the combinations of you know, in reserve, you know, who's first reserve, second reserve. You know, it just creates more drama to the whole thing, and there's enough drama. So.
And it must impact quite a lot on your normal day-to-day life and your normal preparation for other horses and so on.
And then you've got all the owners to try and keep on side, because they're supporting you, particularly for the English-based ones. They're supporting you, they're English people supporting the Australian team. So they have done a lot more for the Australian, you know, sort of management in terms of trying to look after them. But the more notice people can get, you know, about what's happening, you know, it certainly helps. Yeah.
And I saw, were they your owners here today?
They were.
I saw them come up to you straight after the test, looking very happy.
Yeah, they were pleased. I was more tougher on myself, and they were saying, well, come on, it wasn't all bad. So. And no doubt in an hour or two I'll be a little more philosophical and, you know, you know, he's been in the 40s for a long time now, so, and he feels like he has the potential to go, you know, into the high 30s. So, but you know, when you get in an atmosphere,
yeah, and it's a big event. It's a very big event.
Yeah, no.
And pretty blustery out there today.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time. We might catch up with you maybe after cross country or show jumping. But
Let's hope.
good
Let's
luck
hope.
for the rest of it. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.